Hello, everyone, and welcome back to God of War. We got our little plot MacGuffin way to progress thing, so off we go.
Excellent.
And we killed one of Thor's sons. Like, that's not a big deal. I doubt we'll ever see the repercussions of that.
Of course.
I mean, why would that ever come back to bite us in the ass?
Hey, I just realized Magni didn't come back to life.
That is interesting.
What?
Why would that happen?
No Valkyrie escort, no processing at the gates of Helheim.
It's bringing us into a side quest thing we can do now. That we have the little door opening thing.
Excellent.
So yeah, the Valkyries aren't around to guide souls to the afterlife and all that, and that's why there's problems and zombies and shit running around.
Ah.
Of course, it's not so easy as to just, find them. No, there's more complicated than that, but we'll get to that because I do fight a few. Gotta go over here first because we get treasure along the way. I honestly don't know why I'm doing this, considering I don't need it, but
You know it's
I
here,
want to get it, yeah.
so you instinctively want to go for it.
How it often goes in these things. And then we carry this.
That's actually something that kind of bothers me. Well, something that sneaks up on me more often than not in reviews, where I know if it's for a game especially I love to death. It's like, you don't need to get this for the review, John. You're not going to talk about it.
But I want to get it.
Or you're spending 15 minutes getting one thing, you're going to spend 3 seconds talking about it in the review.
But, like, part of the reason I just can never seem to bring myself to do, like, speed runs is that I can't play a game and not
Get things.
re-experience all the stuff that I liked before. And that includes the collecting stuff part.
Well, I mean, that's why 100% runs and stuff exists.
Yeah. But I'll just say, like, stuff like Excalibur 2 really, really, really annoys me. Because I'm never going to bring myself to do that run.
Yeah, me neither. It's like I like the game too much to rush through it in less than 12 hours.
I feel it's hard to do. It's hard to do a proper, design a proper challenge run for an RPG. And the Excalibur 2 one, I have to agree, I don't like because, like, I blow through a lot of games, especially like ones I've replayed to hell and back, But RPG specifically, I'm replaying because I want to re-experience that world.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Excalibur 2 is very... You're either going for Excalibur 2 and skipping everything else to do so, or if you're doing anything else, you basically have no chance of getting Excalibur 2, so you're not even worried about it.
You have to skip everything.
One of the actually...
You have to skim through all the dialogue, and you have to literally go make a beeline to every main objective. No side quests.
One of the actually pretty cool Final Fantasy IX mods for PC is called Alternate Fantasy, which is a boring name, but it does two things that I actually really like. One of them is that it makes Beatrix an optional party member with dialogue and everything, altered cutscenes and all that. But the other thing it does is it gives you an alternate means of getting Excalibur 2. So you don't have to beat the game in 12 hours to do it. And I just wish I just wish the base game had included another way to get the damn thing, like stealing it from Ozma, maybe. I don't know.
Beat Hades at the card game? I don't know.
Hades played fucking Tetra Elemental.
Or just do something with Gilgamesh, for fuck's sake.
Everything we just did. Climbed around a dead
Yeah,
giant.
Yeah, it's true,
He doesn't do
because the only
anything.
thing you learn from... Yeah, you just learn his name if you, like, open all the treasure chests in the game, I believe.
Yeah, that's all you get. It's just a confirmation that it is him. But it's kind of like, okay, so...
Which I don't buy. Like, honestly, I think Nine's Gilgamesh is the exception rather than the rule in terms of Gilgamesh the character.
Well, they hadn't really established the idea of him showing up in every game as like the same guy at that point.
Yeah.
I think they were flirting with the idea of having Gilgamesh be another Cid. But because like the four-armed man, Gilgamesh in that universe seems very at home in Final Fantasy IX's setting, like he's always been there.
Like that is just that universe's idea of the character, and not necessarily the same.
Yeah, and at that point, the only like example of Gilgamesh walking into the game from another dimension was 8, and that was as like a joke summon.
Like something is waiting for us down here.
You've a knack for ominous statements, lad.
Yeah, we're on our way to fight one of the Valkyries.
I'm not sure. Something powerful.
Whatever you feel, boy, we will handle it.
Well, I am here in the elevator. I didn't want to brag, but
Yes, Father.
well, if you want to say so, I am that powerful.
Now that I think about it, though, now this is on PC. Whenever the music starts up to fight one of these things, I want a specific mod. The part of the mod is that it plays, the classical, Ride of the Valkyries. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Wanted to play that, and there's a 5% chance where it plays the first few notes and then it starts playing Fifth Element.
What?
I mean, Fifth Dimension. Sorry.
the opera scene.
No, the Fifth Dimension from The Simpsons, where Mr. Burns is playing the Ride of the Valkyries, because he found a Mona Simpson. Then it just plays Fifth Dimension. It's like sorry, I must
because
have
it was like it was in a mixtape.
Sorry, I must have taped over that.
Valkyrie? But I thought they were just spirits.
Take caution.
Come on, it'd be a great mod. Well,
Valkyrie in the flesh. I can't think of a more formidable opponent.
we're gonna fight one anyway.
Does she even know we're here?
Yeah, so she does not. The Valkyries do nothing until you actively engage them, to make sure you don't walk in unprepared. So that's nice. What's interesting is that every Valkyrie has their own attack pattern and specific moves, and then when you beat all of them, you fight like Queen Valkyrie, and she can use all their moves. So she's kind of the optional super boss.
Like the final exam, basically.
Yeah, more or less. So this is the first one I think everyone runs into.
It does seem like it's set up to be a tutorial of how the Valkyries work.
Yeah.
I've always found
Now, it's like everything about her body a hitbox during that sequence, like the sword, not the sword, she's willing to look like a sword. But like the wings themselves, are they also
I think.
things that can hurt you?
Yeah, I believe so. Well, because they are sharp and deadly and all that. So, I think one of them does shoot feathers at you and stuff.
yeah. I've always found
Because that's something that would throw me off visually. Is see that right there. I think it's pretty obvious that the wings are the thing hurting you there. But there was this really big overarching swing that she was doing earlier with the scythe. But the wings are also spanned out, and I would think that holy fuck, how am I supposed to avoid this while keeping close?
I've always found mythological figures like the Valkyries to be interesting in a kind of historical context because born and raised a Catholic here. Basically, all my life has been either Christianity or atheism, and Christianity is very. It's kind of a sausage fest, to be honest. You don't really get anything like the Valkyries in Christianity. Even the stuff that you see in artwork where there are female angels is kind of just no, that's actually not in there anywhere.
No. The angels are, in fact, incredibly fucking weird. That's why they're a ball of eyeballs with wings and stuff.
Well, a lot of the specific stuff we get about angels is from the Apocrypha, which is that's the weird black sheep leg of Christian myth. So,
Take my helm.
but I guess my point is
The Valkyries rest on your shoulders.
the religion that wound up dominating most of Western culture is very uniformly masculine, but almost all of the mythologies elsewhere in the world are a lot more evenly balanced. Like,
Fate of the Valkyries.
and
Sounds pretty important.
it makes me wonder why this one religion wound up so different from the others. Like, how that happened, what was the mindset,
Is veiled in secrecy.
you know?
Beats me.
Experience with the Valkyries ends with my imprisonment.
You are avoiding questions.
It's like finishing off every Valkyrie is like a sweet rave of rewards
Kinda.
as you're just stepping on the ground
Just a
repeatedly.
bunch of gloats. Like,
It's like I punch a Valkyrie in the face.
Kind of does.
Pretty sick beat, Dad.
Chris was in here last night raving. Just twirling the glow rocks everywhere.
Yeah, the axe and the blades of chaos.
No, but like all the glowy stuff is stuff that only Kratos can see. Like he's the main character of Yakuza 7.
Oh, the poor thing's hallucinating.
In Yakuza 7, the main character, like for the first few hours, you're just beating up street thugs, right? Then the main character finds a bat embedded in the sidewalk, and there's this joke where he sort of like someone makes a joke that it's like a legendary sword from a Dragon Quest game. The moment he picks it up and pulls it out of the sidewalk, the rest of the random enemies in the game become these hallucinatory nightmares based on Dragon Quest villains. So, like, every time you go into a random battle, you're just, like, experiencing the main character's fever dream of what everyone else looks like. And, I'm not really sure what to make of it, but it's great either way.
Isn't Tyr dead?
Aye, but his hidden boat is very much in reach.
I need to actually finish that game one of these days. That's my relationship with the Yakuza series. I play like 10 hours of it. And then
Could also explore some.
Hold on, isn't that your relation to a lot of other games, not strictly Yakuza?
well, yeah, but usually I'll finish at least one game in a series if I've done that. Like Elder Scrolls, I haven't finished Skyrim yet, but I did finish Oblivion. And like,
So what was it
you
like when
know,
you and Freya got married?
I finished at least half of the Zelda games that I've played.
On the charm. He seemed happy. He seemed interested in making her.
What was like, out of curiosity, like, was there ever like a Zelda game that you like started playing and then just stopped? Because not for me.
Well, I mean, there are plenty of games like that.
Better than I could have planned.
Didn't really.
True face showed itself again.
It's funny because
Freya's trust, and she taught him something.
there are games that I haven't played just because there was just no inherent interest.
Sadly, despite
Yeah.
his wise
But I
counsel,
can't think of a lot of games like in a series that I already enjoyed that I did start playing, but I just stopped because this no longer interests me.
taste of Vanir magic led him to new
It's-
forms of experimentation
Eh.
and new levels of depravity.
It's hard.
Because normally I will just I will finish a game and just say, nah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But like actively stopping because I'm bored.
Well,
Or at least I'm just not interested.
when I reach a point, to reach a point where I actively stop a game, I have to have been playing it for a long while. So for the most part, that only happens with the big open world games or big long RPGs. But usually, by the time I know whether or not I like an RPG, I've also decided whether or not I'm going to stick with it. I think the only exception to that is the Tales of series, which, like, I really like Tales of Exilia. I love the game to pieces, but at some point I just stopped, and I'm not sure why. Oh boy.
Wow. Can't believe we're setting foot in Tyr's vault.
Is that supposed to be Special Boy?
Another one of these.
I really want to know,
The middle panel
like,
says- Wait.
how much Kratos knows or learned about the Norse gods.
Not much.
Other than me,
Like, he literally has to ask, like, is Odin the head of them and stuff, so.
I wonder if the giants left a triptych about me
It's
somewhere.
very much a matter of he was not interested and didn't bother.
Yeah, I can see why. I mean, his experience with pantheons isn't exactly positive.
Come on. Let me show you how to read this.
That is not
You've
necessary.
taught me so much.
Oh boy, Kratos gets to learn how to read. Well, read Norse anyway.
This one and I'm not there. This will be fun.
He knows how to read Greek.
This'll be fun. Someone actually said the words "this'll be fun" to Kratos' face.
Atreus,
Come on. You already speak it. Learning to read won't be that hard.
I know how to read, boy. Just not this tongue.
You're halfway there already then. Okay.
Well, no, if it doesn't use the same characters, it's a very different feeling good.
Some gods. Some animals.
Wait,
Some... Oh, am I going too fast? Sorry.
not that.
It's quiet.
Smell something.
That smelly smell. That smelly smell that
Yeah,
smells.
I do.
Smelly.
Smells like
Oh boy.
rain?
Godly powers!
I'll never understand that smells like rain stuff that always pops up in pop culture. Do people actually smell oncoming rain?
I do, yeah.
Not oncoming rain, but I do smell rain.
Huh. I've
Honestly, rain is something I think you can feel, not smell.
I mean, I sort of smell it, so.
never felt nor smelled rain. I know some people with like pain issues sometimes get achy when rain is on the way, but
Barometric pressure.
yeah.
Also,
Has something to do with that.
the smell comes mostly from grass and other plants preparing for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe that's why I never noticed, because I live in fucking New Jersey, which in spite of being called the Garden State,
All I have are concrete
in
jungles
spite of being called
and steel trees.
in spite of being called the Garden State, you have to be really, really lucky to live anywhere garden-like in this state.
Oops. I think I broke him.
Yep, kid tried to go into God mode. He couldn't do that yet. But I love this bit here because it's not so much the story beat, is just playing the old God of War theme during this because Kratos just had completely enough of their shit. It's like, you are fucking nothing to me.
I'm surprised they let him get that close. They were like, yeah, this taser isn't working.
Like how he didn't even bother attacking the guy with his own weapon. He just drops the thing and punches him instead.
This isn't over.
Yeah, you run, bitch.
Brother, the boy.
Atreus,
You weren't ready for God mode yet.
You have to get into Freya quickly. There's no other way.
Ah, no.
Not the boy. Unfortunately, we'll have to carry... Oh, never mind. Quick. Scaff slack. Perfect.
I feel better now.
The boy doesn't, but I do.